Russia may lack reserves to respond to Ukrainian counteroffensive. Officials.
Here's a summary of the article.
Western officials said Russia's forces in Ukraine are so badly depleted that Russia may lack the reserves to effectively respond to a major counteroffensive from Ukrainian troops in the coming weeks. One official said Russia does not appear to have a dedicated reserve force to react to a major breakthrough from Ukraine. While the officials could not say when the counteroffensive would begin, they said the forces Ukraine has gathered and equipped with Western help are now at an increasingly high level of readiness. The counteroffensive was a chance for Ukraine to convince Putin that was no longer a tenable strategy, officials said. Russia currently has over 200,000 men in Ukraine, according to the officials, and it has built formidable defenses in occupied areas, including extensive minefields that will pose significant obstacles for the counteroffensive. Officials said it appeared Russia had no dedicated reserve force to respond if Ukrainian was able to successfully pierce the line on a large scale. The Ukrainian territorial gains themselves are small, measured in hundreds of meters, but independent analysts as well as Russian pro-war commentators have said they believe Ukraine is counterattacking in Bakhmut to force Russia to pull forces from other areas on the front line, thinning them for a possible main blow.
This post received a score of 4,500, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The fools didn't even have the resources to handle their own pathetic attempt at a winter offensive.
One can hope. Russia needs to have its ass kicked quickly and decisively.
Sadly, they really need to bang it out before the next US presidential election.
This counteroffensive is gonna weaken Russian forces even more, plus the next one on fall. Winter will be a finisher for sure.
Winter weakens, spring kills.
April is the cruelest month.
Me and a friend both lost our mum in April. Yeah, I'd agree with your statement.
My dad died in April too. And my ex-wife started cheating on me the week after. April sucks. Like the 1st Guards Tank Army, who is supposed to be Russia's best of the best, is mostly inexperienced recruits. The VDV that they sent to protect Bakhmut's north and south flanks turned out to be protected by inexperienced recruits that just fled. Their missile attacks are increasingly getting more and more sparse, and are rarely successful. They are simply running out of steam to do anything.
Honestly, I struggle to imagine that Wagner is actually going to let people go after their 6 months. At 5 months and 3 weeks they just send them on a suicide mission.
Greater than at 5 months and 3 weeks they just send them on a suicide mission. Pretty sure they have been doing that for the whole 5 months and 3 weeks leading up to that. What is going to change?
It will be suicidier.
A suicider squad, if you will.
This guy had a boomerang. Fingers crossed. I was thinking about it today, and it's pretty silly of them to continue bombing Kiev when they could be putting that ammunition to better use on the front or strategic strikes. Keep being you, Russian.
Let's not interrupt them as they continue to make mistakes.
For those wondering, this is why Ukraine held out in Bakhmut. Keeping the Russians offensively focused on Bakhmut drained manpower as well as defensive preparations.
There's that, and also the fact that it protects the next 2 cities down the road from being turned to dust by Russian artillery.
Smash them to bits. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
It is absolutely bananas that this could all end up backfiring so spectacularly in Putin's face.
What do you mean could? It already has. Russia cannot win this war, only they decide how badly they lose.
Well, they could recall that one tank.
That sweet lil museum T-34.
Are the prisons that empty?
The only response they need is to pick up their stuff and walk east.
Good, fuck him.
I can't quite decide whether this is propaganda for prolonging the war or propaganda for ending the war.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.